Hello everyone, welcome to the 90th episode of the Gamers Radio, and today we'll continue our journey from level 1 to level 80 on a free-to-play account. If you have buy the expansion for Heart of Thorns, you can level up actually very fast using the guide that you can find online, because there's some dungeons that you can access at a low level and you can level up fast within a few hours. But if you are a player like me who play free-to-play games and want to see how far the free-to-play account can take you, you will probably level quite slowly like myself, because some contents are blocked here, so there's no way to level fast. In order to level in this game, you probably have to explore the map, as is what the game was intended for, as it was what it was designed for. To explore the game, play the game, look around the map and see what you can find here. So right now we are on to the 19th episode of GuildWars 2, our journey level 80. So we are going to see what we can do here. We're gonna explore, and you can see this suspicious bush, probably for some of the quests. Already we can figure out there was someone suspicious inside, and actually interact with the bush, the monster will pop up from nowhere. You can see even the monster know how to roll here. So this is probably the PvE aspect of GuildWars 2 that we need to encounter. Okay, so you can see there was a waypoint over here. We have already activated the waypoint. Once we go right past the waypoint, you'll get some experience from exploration and things like that. But I believe in GuildWars 2, I've just found out today, after I finished recording this gameplay, there was some kind of penalty going on. When you die, you lose some experience, you lose something, your weapon, your armor will lose durability, and you need to repair them. You also lose experience. I found the hard way because I was the D level from level I think I reached level 18 when I finished recording, and then I was level 17 when I end this recording. So I'm going to be very careful when I play GuildWars 2 again, make sure I don't die. So one of the ways I'm going to, after I finish the commentary for this video, I'm going to equip myself with a shield, and I'm going to just use the one hand with a shield and make sure I survive the GuildWars 2. Because if I continue to die, I have already died 2 times in my journey to level 80, and if I keep dying like this, I'll never reach like 80. I'll keep de-leveling and need to explore more maps and do more random events to get more experience before I level again in GuildWars 2. So I'm just like level 16 or level 17, and you can see I was switching to a rifle, which is not a good thing. I'm gonna switch back, and I need to learn from other players who have played this game like 2 to 3 years ago, like how are they going to build their characters to survive during the PvE things kind of thing. So you may want to learn how to survive and build your characters and edit your skill points. I believe I cannot add skill points or mastery points since I have not buy the expansion for Heart of Thorns. It's very tempting for me to buy the expansion for Heart of Thorns, so I would want to buy it since it's already released in the US server and online. It has been already released. I really wanted to buy the CDs, and I want to have the boxes of CDs delivered to me. I want to be able to play the game fully and to be immersive in the Heart of Thorns. I like it very much. I believe that GuildWars 2 is actually a combination of various other games all combined and mixed into one plus a new idea. It's like when you're mixing a new mixture, a new alcohol mixture, new recipe. GuildWars 2 is a new recipe for MMORPG with a new element. Actually, it's just a combination. Let's look at the storyline. As far as we can see from GuildWars 2, we've seen the previous episode, there is a storyline for GuildWars 2 in terms of PvE. There is voice commentary, voice actors, voice acting for all those storylines. But as you can see, I think we have seen all the voice acting before in previous MMORPG. But for GuildWars 2, I think they combine a traditional idea of voice acting and things like that, and they combine and they take it from games which reminds me greatly of a Dragon Age. I believe all the storylines, all those dialogues comes from like Dragon Age, where the characters will talk to each other. Like there's a cutscene and they will talk to each other and have a conversation. It really reminds me of Dragon Age, except that we cannot like select certain like conversation dialogue, but the voice acting and all those like cutscenes reminds me of Dragon Age. The second game that it reminds me for GuildWars 2 so far is Zelda. Why? Because all the vistas in Guild Wars 2, you can see there's a double triangle for all the vista that we need to find. Then we will find all the beautiful cutscene. Zelda exactly had that kind of trinity, the triangle. I said they have more triangle. They have 1, 2, 3, 4. They have 4 triangle all combined to one big triangle. Actually, it's 5 if you count if you combine all the triangles, it becomes a 5th triangle. So Zelda actually have this kind of design, whereas Guild Wars 2 also has triangles. They have a double triangle. And when you find a triangle, you go into the cutscene like any Zelda game. You become like a Zelda thing combined. That's the second game that reminds me of Guild Wars 2. Greatly influenced by the game Zelda, greatly influenced by the game Dragon Age, I believe. Because it really looks like that. And the third game it reminds me is Dragon Nest. Why? Because of the F character. I mean, no, not the F character, but the F button that in your keyboard that you always use to interact with things when you trade, when you talk to NPCs, when you talk to merchant, when you try to pick up things, anything that you can think of to interact. There's a universal button called F, and F is greatly used by Dragon Nest, and I believe that was a direct copy for the function. Some of the function again remind me of Dragon Nest. And of course, the design of the gameplay, the mechanics kind of remind me of Runes of Magic, because the combat does not remind me of Dragon Nest, although you can dodge or things like that, but it really reminds me like Runes of Magic, although the attack system is a bit different than Runes of Magic because of the targeting system and auto run. Some of the basic mechanics of gaming is still like Runes of Magic, but a little bit improved. They add something where you can dodge, so you can actually dodge the attack once you reach from certain location to another, which is very unique. It reminds me of Runes of Magic, Dragon Nest, Zelda, Dragon Age. Like 4 games mechanics are combined to one. But the thing is, they remove all the like hassle-free, like when you travel from one location to another, you just need to use a waypoint and teleport. So you don't need to use a mount, you don't need to waste time because you have already been to that place like 1,000 times. I mean, why would you go to 1,001 times to travel from one location to another, since you'll be in this map for a long time? So there's no reason for travel from one location to another. So the waypoint was always there to assist like PvE players to travel from one location to another smoothly and effectively. So this is just what happens and in Guild Wars 2. And for so far it only reminds me of all those games that I can think of right now. And for other games, I think they might take some cues from other games like the mechanics and things like that. So I have not thought of other games yet, but so far it really reminds me of many other games combined into one with a new idea. So what makes Guild Wars 2 different from other MMORPG so far? I'm not doing a review in this episode of there's no review, but some of these are actually my opinion of what Guild Wars 2 was like. So the different thing is that what is a different thing from other MMO is that the exploration of the meta questing system is slightly a bit different. I guess Guild Wars 2 they remove all the grindiness, that you don't feel like a grind when you play Guild Wars 2. It really feels like an adventure where you keep on exploring places and you find new location, and it was that excitement, that you can explore these new places and you see new things, and then you find new vista, and the vista will give you new waypoint, new cutscene, like new building and kind of things, and more things to explore. So that's what makes Guild Wars 2 PvE experience very fascinating, because you can actually keep on exploring. You can be rewarded, you can experience from your exploration for the map, and you can enjoy what Guild Wars 2 world is like. They built a huge world online for Guild Wars 2, and you just look around and explore more places, teleport to more places and stuff like that. So I like the questing system as well, because it encourages the whole server to be your friend. Whenever there's an event, anyone can just join and help out, and when the event is over, they can actually get a reward, and the reward will be automatically distributed. You won't have to compete with experience. You can get bonus experience, but you don't have to compete with the experience. You don't have to compete with the item that is dropped. The system will automatically distribute item. No one will be able to steal your item that is your drop and things like that. So it encourages the server to actually help you out and be your friend. And in Guild Wars 2, besides one guild, you can join for like 4 to 5 guild, but you can only maybe like represent one guild so far. That's what I'm told. So I've already joined one guild, which is the Clan of the Elders in the previous episode, as you have seen. And I like the guild so far, like quite active guild, and the guild was a bit casual. I liked it very much. I'm just trying to figure out like how to get to 80 fast. So most players will tell you can get to level 80 very fast using the crafting system. So I would suggest that as a new player, if you are new to Guild Wars 2, you may want to try the play that it was designed, it was intended for. Because if you do level too fast using the crafting system, it will take away all the fun gameplays, all the mechanics that you might have missed if you were to actually level too fast using crafting system. Crafting system is only good when you want to change your main character to another main character, or you want to have more level 80s. Yeah, I think the first character, if you were to build that, I suggest everyone to just play the game as it was intended, it was designed for, instead of trying to level so fast. But since that for myself, I'm having a little bit difficulty trying to get to 80. Basically, when I reach the level 16, I find that some of the game mechanics are just repetitive. It's like repeating some of the same things. You try to interact with the holes on the ground, and the holes will pop up a monster, or you're trying to find the bushes. Bushes will cut up the will like hiding someone in the bushes with the bandits and stuff like that. Or you need to escort the ox from one location to another, and things like that. They just like redesign the level until it makes it look a bit different, like a different quest. But overall, it's the same like game mechanics was there. You pick up items, you auto accept quests. But the good thing is it's just you auto accept the quest, which is a very good thing for Guild Wars 2. I can auto accept the quest, and the quest will be automatically completed. So if any players were to do a quest nearby, then it will be an event for me. I can join in at any time, and then I'll get the reward for joining in. And sometimes if I just left the event, but if the event was close by and it was completed by other players, and if I was nearby, I can still get the rewards without even doing the event. So this is one of a good way to level in Guild Wars 2. I'm level 17 right now. I just leveled to level 17. I hope from 16 to 17, I hope to reach 18. And then you can see my items is been a lot. I need to just empty the inventory and things like that. Okay, so hopefully we can get like something new and empty our inventory. So far I have not been able to find my account vault, which is my storage space in Guild Wars 2. I'm trying to find like a path that I can hopefully see where Guild Wars 2 will take us. So let's just empty the inventory and make sure we equip all the items. Always look at your inventory for the things that you might have picked up, because some gears that you can actually equip, which will be better than what is already you're equipping, and you can just sell off the things and empty. So this is like called the inventory management, which Guild Wars 2 has removed some of the hassle for players, where they can automatically sell off things that were junks, and they can automatically deposit materials that you can craft. So there are some shortcut buttons for Guild Wars 2, and you can also choose AoE loot or auto loot, so you will not miss out all the things that you can pick up for Guild Wars 2. You can see other players was doing an event. I believe this was an event where they capture bandit. They need to escort their capture bandit to the next location while they're being attacked by the bandit brothers to rescue the bandit. So they say like blah blah blah, peace is worth fighting for. They are going on to the next bandit location. Okay, so they're just running down here, and you can see there's more bandit hiding in the corner trying to rescue the guy which has been captured. You will be able to see, I think there will be another bandit with an icon that says the leg was locked or something. You can see, yeah, that was the guy. You can see him. He has a icon which says his leg has been locked by a metal ball, stuff like that, but there was no animation for the metal ball. It just say he was the captured bandit. So we are supposed to escort this captured bandit to a specific location. But since we join in this game like midway, I don't think we can get a gold medal for completing this event. We're just gonna get a silver or bronze medal for completing this event because we just joined in the event halfway. We did not join the event from start to finish, so we may not get a gold medal for completing this event. But since other players has already started the GuildWars 2 event, we can actually join midway and then we can still get a reward because the quest is about to be complete, so it's actually very good for us. We can get experience even without us knowing. There's always random event popping up, players doing more quests, and then we can just join halfway as and when we need it so that we can get more experience from this GuildWars 2. You can see now after we completed this event, if you don't leave, like if you don't run to the next event, you can actually hear there was some conversation, some little conversation after they completed this event. Like these two players who captured the bandits, they will have some conversation, and then the bandits try to negotiate that if you let him go, he will able to talk to his guys, not to disturb or kill his men again. So they are having some kind of negotiation to let the bandit go. And eventually, I think both of them actually agree to let him go, and they don't want to ship him to another location, because if they do ship him, and then his band of brothers will get revenge for this guy. So they're gonna let him go so that he'll tell his band of brothers to leave them alone. And I guess that was a deal that's been struck out between these NPCs. There's actually some like interactive NPCs. There's actually some voiceover that you can hear when you actually play the games of the GuildWars 2. As you can see, we can get some random experience once we explore more location. We're not going to empty our like stuff. We can sell all the junks and all the things that's not usable by my profession. The reason why we do that is because we are a free-to-play account. A free-to-play account, we are not allowed to use things like the trading and the auction house and stuff like that. I think the contents will be locked, and we need to validate the accounts, the free-to-play accounts that we actually bought the expansion. Then we can use something like the Black Lion Trading Company trading post. This is, I believe, the place for auction house where you can sell your items for GuildWars 2. There's influx of new players who can sell items and buy things. So some of the things that might not be great for my current level, but might be great for other players with that level. So you can also sell, like you can sell some of the junks that you have, because it might not be usable by your class, but if you sell it on the auction house, and then other players might be needing that item during the level, because you may not level so fast. But if you are already a seasoned player and you have like a lot of golds to spare and like some gems to spare, you want to level fast, you want to go straight to the PvP level 80 and stuff like that, you can actually like speed up the level and skip all the storyline. So GuildWars 2 allows you to level up the way that you wanted to level up. You can go do the world versus world event to level up. You can do what I'm doing right now. You can actually go to explore the maps, find a vista, do the events. I don't think I want to get my ass kicked in the world versus world event. Obviously I'll get my ass kicked for using a free-to-play account. I'm not even upgraded to the Heart of Thorns, so in order to use this auction house, the so-called auction house in GuildWars 2, the trading post, we will need to buy the Heart of Thorns expansion. So what I suggest for players who are trying to buy the Heart of Thorns expansion is to get a level 80 character first and join the game in a free-to-play account. Once you feel you like the game, you want to invest in the game, you can actually buy the game for this expansion, because you need a level 80 account in order to play the expansion. So without the level 80 character, you cannot play the expansion. So it's not worth it to buy the Guild of Wars 2 Heart of Thorns expansion unless you have a level 80 character. And some players say, I just took 2 days, I get to level 80. For me, I just hopefully we can get to level 80 as soon as we can while we do the recording, because sometimes I'll keep dying, and sometimes I need to record the video and then I need to play the video again, and I need to do commentary, do video editing. Whenever I do the video editing, I would need the computer to render the video, so I don't touch the computer when the computer is rendering the video for like HD quality and stuff like that. You can see some of the words in GuildWars 2 may looks like it was like 8-bit or 16-bit word, because I actually cut the video size in half. So when the rendering process takes place, the wording may turn out to look like a 16-bit like computer game kind of thing. So I'm fine with the wording as long as I can read. It was not so important because I need to get all the files up in like minimum size that I can produce. So as long as I can still read the words, it's fine for me, because the words, although it looks like it was an 8-bit game and a 16-bit game, as long as the quality of the image is not spoiled, as long as the graphics still looks good, it still looks presentable. So that's what I'm going for. But it's a bit different from other recording from other like GuildWars 2 players. I don't mind that the wording was looking like 16 or 8-bit or 16-bit lah, because in some players, some gamers will like a retro feel. You make you look like the game feels like it's retro if the reading of the words looks like it was 8-bit or 16-bit. So it really doesn't matter. So what I'm going to do now, I hope to like generate as much video and content for GuildWars 2 for a free-to-play account. I want to test like how far can a free-to-play account go for playing GuildWars 2, and how far can my character go for playing GuildWars 2, and whether actually a free-to-play character can actually reach level 80. And if a free-to-play character can reach level 80, can a free-to-play character actually like access all the contents and stuff like that. Basically, I just want to see how much free-to-play content is GuildWars actually free-to-play before I buy the game. So I would like to buy the game, definitely, that's for sure. But the only thing that I find that it is worthwhile to buy from GuildWars 2 is the game itself, expansion, the CD, and probably the character expansion. Other than that, the rest of the things are cosmetic. The miniature statue, I don't need a like statue on my table to tell me to play GuildWars 2. So basically, I believe that the worthwhile investment, if you were to play and buy the expansion for Heart of Thorns, I would prefer to get the additional character slots, which allows me to play more characters, and I'll get the expansion which have more content, which is worthwhile to support if you are in the gaming community. So most players would prefer the lowest prices for GuildWars 2, and hopefully let's wait for a while. Let's not jump into buying for GuildWars 2 yet. You can see in like earlier on in this year, the core game, they sold it for like 75% of the price of the core game, and now they give the core game for free, probably to generate more free-to-play players. Definitely I will buy GuildWars 2 because I want to support GuildWars 2 gaming community and stuff like that. But the thing is, it's not worthwhile to buy, like if you buy it now, like they may have a better offer in the future. So it's best to wait for a while until you can get the offer that you want. The offer that I needed is like I need something with an additional character slot and a CD. That's all, and I'm willing to pay for GuildWars, so it's worthwhile to pay for it at certain level and stuff like that. You can see I did not quite pick up of the things I just mined. I thought you auto pick up once I just mine, but apparently that's not the case. Once you have mined the things, you're supposed to click and pick up, which I did not auto loot. That's my mistake. I'm supposed to auto loot like some things, but I must set everything to auto loot so that I can get items, which I did not get the items. It was a sad thing. I just mined and the item was there. It was not looted. You actually need to click on it to loot, which is not advisable, not good enough really. So some of the mistake I made, probably you guys should have go to the options and set it as AoE loot or auto loot. So we're gonna find this vista on this location. We're gonna climb the stairs. and see what we can find. You can see we're running up to the second level now. This will be another jumping puzzle for GuildWars 2. We're just going to jump, and hopefully we can go slowly and climb up the stairs, and hopefully we don't like fall down for a second time. There's many times where I fall down from a high position, the high point, a cliff or a high building and stuff like that, and I always fall flat on my face. So we'll try to move it slowly, make sure we jump it step by step, because if we go too fast, we'll just fall off the cliff. So we need to go rather slowly, make sure we don't fall off this time, so that we don't need to climb back again and do it several times. We just make sure we do it this time correctly and just save our progress. We're almost there. One more jump and we will reach our final destination for the Vista in this level 15 to I think level 30 map. So let's see. Okay, nice cutscene. Like I say, when I explore the Vista, it really looks like Zelda. Like you just have a feeling that the double triangle was a direct copy from Zelda game. I said they put it a different design. It is still a triangle. But it's a double triangle, which is called Vista. I have no idea what's the purpose of Vista. It's probably to make you enjoy the game. You can see a double triangle on the flag. Now it's hanging there. It looks really like a Zelda game. So we have explored this location, and now we'll go to see the mini map. You can see something blinking on mini map. Okay, there's a heart blinking on the left of the mini map, which we'll look into this. And okay, let me see. Okay, I'm still looking for the heart. Not really sure what exactly to do. You can see the heart over there. I think I sort of missed it, so I'll just try and look at it again, because we don't want to climb down all the way down again. We just want the direct teleport, and then we'll be able to go to the next location. But every time if we find that there was a waypoint nearby, it's always good to enable the waypoint, so the next time when we need to travel, we just need to teleport, and we can get to the next location very fast. So that's what I like about GuildWars 2. They remove some of the hassle-free things that you don't need to do. Yeah, you don't need to be grinding as much. But in terms of like PvE, they have improved slightly a bit. They have actually improved a lot for like PvE kind of thing. Because they have increased the level for level 1 to level 80. Previously, I believe in GuildWars 1, when they were doing like GuildWars 1 beta, my friend told me that all you have to do is level to 20 and you can PvP. That's all. You can level to 20 and you can PvP. And now for GuildWars 2, you need to level to level 80 for PvE players, and then you can still PvP, but you'll get your ass kicked. You can see that I don't believe it. The NPC, they also have like all these monsters. They are still fighting for survival, and they won't die and all sort of things. You can see my F1 button, my skill button is available for me. I don't know what the F1 is for. Every time that I kill somebody, so every time I reach a certain level, like maybe I can use F1. Maybe I'll try to research, like see what F1 really does, and then try to see the videos of other players. So far I'm still trying to figure out like what does all the build is for, and where can I add my points, and can I add my points on a free-to-play account with all the mastery point. I believe you need to buy the Heart of Stone expansion in order to utilize the mastery point. You can see this is another event that we just joined in, and this guy is trying to like go into war with the plant-like kind of monster. I believe it was the other race that we did not choose. You can see when I enter the area, my whole screen turned black, kind of a poison kind of area that we're not supposed to enter, or we can enter only a limited amount of time. You can see my health going down rapidly. I need to escape because I almost died, like 139, 95 health, like 72 health. Okay, and I heal myself with my heal skill, and we managed to survive this onslaught. Almost died there for the GuildWars 2 event, and it was killing like some kind of structure in the middle that was causing all those areas to be poisoned. And finally, I have a gold medal for completing this quest that I just joined in. I managed to kill a lot of stuff, and the unclaimed loot, as long as I move away, you can see I did not do the auto loot, stuff like that, because some of the items that when you go over, you might not be able to claim it. There's another new event close by for GuildWars 2. So let's just try and resurrect some of the guys, NPCs that are already because we can get some experience if we do resurrect them. You can see this guy was fighting for survivals and stuff like that, and let's just try and kill and see like what we can do and things like that. Okay, it's down and the plant monster is dead. So okay, so right now we have tried to gather like some unclaimed loot. Yeah, you can see if I did not click the auto loot, like we need to actually click on the unclaimed loot. So sometimes if you do mine your odds and things like that, you may want to set it to auto loot so that when you do farm things like that, you automatically look all the stuff that you need. So I believe that's one of the mistakes that I made as a new free-to-play player, and as also a new player of GuildWars 2. You might want to set your options to auto loot and to AOE loot and stuff like that, area of effect spell loot. Okay, so this is another jumping puzzle for Vista. We are going to find the next Vista, which is around the corner, and this will be the easier Vista, not so high as like the previous Vista. You can see for the early part of the video, that Vista we tried 2 times and we can get it, but we need to do it like slowly because the tower is a bit high. But for this Vista, it's a relatively easier puzzle to get the Vista from. And another cutscene, much like Zelda. Double triangle, but except that we did not get any items from exploring the Vista other than the rewards. So you can see right now there's a thing glowing, another event was close by. If the heart glowing, we will be running to the next location, and we will try to just keep on running to the next location. Keep on running, keep on running, keep on running, just exploring the map. And GuildWars 2 is a pretty nice game. I like it a lot for all the sceneries, all the exploration. It makes PvE extremely fun. For PvE, I give it like maybe 8 or 10 already, because previously I thought that GuildWars 2 was for a PvP game, but I was so wrong. The PvE was just as good, if not better, than the PvP. So there's always things for PvE players to do, and always events to explore. Very nice. It's another escort quest as some player. I think the escort got stuck, and we'll be near the end of episode 19. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Thank you for watching, supporting the Gamers Radio Journey to 80 GuildWars 2. And please rate, comment, subscribe. Peace, people.